Get your together. Beat procrastination. You say you're tired, but maybe you're just tired of your own excuses. Look, I'm not here to coddle you or tell you that procrastination is just a cute little quirk. It's not. It's the silent assassin of your potential, and today we're going to dismantle it piece by piece. By the end of this video, you'll have 5 concrete strategies that actually work. Not because some guru on the internet said so, but because they're rooted in how your brain actually functions. This isn't about motivation. This is about systems that work even when you don't feel like it. Here are the 5 game changers we're covering. First, why time is your most finite resource and you're hemorrhaging it. Second, why waiting to feel ready is keeping you permanently stuck. Third, the 5-minute rule that bypasses your brain's resistance. Fourth, how to weaponize your evening brain for morning wins. And fifth, why finishing something, anything, is the secret to building unstoppable momentum. 1. Time is a fixed resource. It's the one thing you don't get back. Let's start with something that should terrify you more than it probably does. You have roughly 16 waking hours in a day. That's 960 minutes. While you're scrolling through your phone for the 3rd time this morning, debating whether to start that project, those minutes are evaporating like steam. Time isn't like money. You can earn more of it, borrow it, or get a refund when you waste it. Every minute you spend in procrastination purgatory is a minute stolen from the person you're trying to become. Think about it this way. If someone walked up to you and asked to borrow $20 every single day, you'd eventually tell them to get lost. But you hand over hours of your life to meaningless distractions without batting an eye. Your time is more valuable than your money because you can always make more money. You cannot manufacture more time. The brutal truth, your future self is being held hostage by your present self's inability to just start. And every day you delay is another day that future version of you has to deal with the consequences of your inaction. 2. Stop waiting to feel ready. Readiness is a myth. Here's a news flash that might sting. You're never going to feel ready. Ever. Readiness is the biggest lie we tell ourselves, and it's keeping you stuck in neutral while life speeds past you. You think successful people felt ready when they started their businesses? You think athletes felt ready before their first competition? You think anyone who's ever done anything worthwhile waited until they felt completely prepared? Readiness is not a feeling. It's a decision. It's the decision to move forward despite the uncertainty, despite the fear, despite not having all the answers. Because here's the kicker. You'll never have all the answers. The only way to get ready is to start, and the only way to start is to stop waiting to feel ready. Think of it like learning to swim. You can read every book about swimming, watch every tutorial, study every technique. But until you get in the water, you're not a swimmer. You're just someone who knows a lot about swimming. The water will always feel cold until you jump in. Your comfort zone is not a safe harbor. It's a prison with really nice furniture. And the longer you stay there, the smaller it gets. 3. Use the 5-minute rule. Start with just 5 minutes. This is where the magic happens, and it's almost embarrassingly simple. Commit to doing something for just 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Not an hour, not 30 minutes. 5 minutes. That's one song. That's less time than it takes to make coffee. Why does this work? Because your brain is basically a toddler throwing a tantrum when faced with big, overwhelming tasks. But 5 minutes, even your bratty brain can handle 5 minutes. And here's the beautiful part. Once you start, momentum takes over. It's like pushing a car. The hardest part is getting it moving from a complete stop. Once it's rolling, maintaining that movement takes much less energy. Your brain works the same way. The activation energy required to start is always higher than the energy needed to continue. I've written entire articles that started as, "I'll just write for 5 minutes." I've organized entire rooms that began with, "I'll just clean this one drawer." The 5-minute rule is about only working for 5 minutes. It's about tricking your resistance into shutting up long enough for you to build momentum. Try it right now with something you've been avoiding. Set a timer for 5 minutes and just start. Don't think about finishing. Don't think about perfection. Just think about those 5 minutes. You'll be shocked at how often those 5 minutes turn into 20, then 40. Then you look up and realize you've been working for 2 hours. 4. Decide the night before. Write down your 3 priorities. Your morning brain is not your friend when it comes to making decisions. It's foggy, it's easily distracted, and it's really good at convincing you that checking your phone is somehow productive. This is why you need to make your decisions when your brain is still functioning, the night before. Before you go to sleep, write down 3 things you're going to accomplish tomorrow. Not 10 things. Not a color-coded spreadsheet that would make a project manager weep with joy. 3 things. 3 specific, actionable items that will move your life forward. Why 3? Because it's enough to feel productive, but not so many that you feel overwhelmed before you even start. And why write them down? Because there is something psychological that happens when you put pen to paper. It moves that task from the ethereal realm of, maybe I'll do this, into the concrete world of, this is happening. Your evening brain is strategic. Your morning brain is tactical. Your evening brain is strategic. It can see the big picture, prioritize what actually matters, and make decisions based on your goals rather than your impulses. Your morning brain is tactical. It's great at executing plans, but terrible at making them. This isn't just about productivity. It's about taking control of your day before your day takes control of you. When you wake up knowing exactly what needs to happen, you're not starting from zero. You're starting from intention. 5. Finish something. Completion breeds clarity and confidence. This might be the most important point of all. Finish something, anything. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be groundbreaking, but it has to be done. We live in a culture obsessed with starting. Everyone's starting a podcast, starting a business, starting a workout routine. But starting is easy. Finishing is where the real growth happens, and it's where most people bail out. Every time you finish something, whether it's a book, a project, a workout, or even just cleaning your kitchen, you're proving to yourself that you're the type of person who follows through. You're building evidence that you can be trusted to complete what you start. Completion creates a psychological loop of confidence. You finish something small, you feel capable, so you tackle something slightly bigger. You finish that, you feel more capable, and so on. It's like compound interest for your self-trust. But here's what happens when you didn't finish things. You start to doubt your ability to see anything through. You become someone who has great ideas, but terrible execution. You become someone who starts strong, but fades in the final stretch. Pick something you started but never finished. Maybe it's a book you're halfway through. Maybe it's organizing that one closet. Maybe it's a course you bought 6 months ago. Finish it this week, not perfectly, just completely. Feel what it's like to cross that finish line, even if it's a small one. All right, time for some real talk that you probably don't want to hear, but desperately need to. Stop calling it burnout when it's really just avoidance dressed up in a cute excuse. You want to know what's really exhausting? Living below your potential while making excuses about why you can't rise to meet it. I see you there, nodding along to productivity content, buying planners, downloading apps, talking about all the things you're going to do. But when it comes time to actually do the work, the real, uncomfortable, imperfect work, suddenly you're overwhelmed or burned out, or you need to find balance. Sometimes you're not tired from doing too much. You're tired from doing nothing that matters to you. You're exhausted from carrying around all the things you keep saying you'll do, but never actually do. That mental load of unfinished business is heavier than any actual work you could be doing. Your procrastination isn't protecting you from failure. It's guaranteeing it. Every day you don't start is a day you're choosing mediocrity over possibility. And that should piss you off more than any tough love I could dish out. Here's your challenge for this week. And you're going to do it tonight before you go to bed. Write down the one thing you've been putting off. The thing that's been sitting in the back of your mind, taking up mental real estate, making you feel guilty every time you think about it. Write it down. Then tomorrow morning, before you check your phone, before you make coffee, before you do anything else, you're going to do 5 minutes of work on that thing. Just 5 minutes. Don't negotiate with yourself. Don't wait until you feel ready. Don't make it perfect. Just start. Your future self is counting on you to stop being your own worst enemy. Don't let them down. If this hit you where it needed to, subscribe and hit that notification bell because we're just getting started. Every week, we're diving deep into the uncomfortable truths that will actually change your life. No fluff, no feel-good nonsense, just real strategies for real people who are tired of their own excuses. Drop a comment and tell me, what's the one thing you're going to tackle for 5 minutes tomorrow morning? Hold yourself accountable, and let's build a community of people who actually follow through. Until next time, stop waiting for permission and start living unapologetically.